If you like to come up and say some words. Yeah. Hey guys. What's that? Oh, here's the hot one.
No, there's the hot one.
Save it for later, stud. It just passed the last, it's been 4 years since Claude passed away. The 16th was the day that it happened. And so, Ross asked me earlier today if I'd say a couple words about him. I worked with him a little bit before he went. He was in a couple bands. He was in Idée du Nord, which was like an Acadian psychedelic post-punk band that made it onto Sub Pop when Nirvana was on Sub Pop. And that's when like the East Coast got a lot of attention paid to it. Sloan was on that, Eric's Trip was on that, and being on Sub Pop for a punk band is like, it's like winning a Tony or an Oscar or something. That's like, you can die happy after that. And, he was in a couple other bands. He was in Peace Frog, and he was in, oh fuck, someone's gonna correct me after this. Anyway, he was in a couple other bands, and, he had a bit of a checkered history after that. A lot of guys like that, with depression and stuff like that. He lived in some dire conditions for a little while. He lived in some storage spaces, and then he worked at Galactus with Mark, and he was kind of like the Hagrid to his Dumbledore. Like, he helped them build that place from the ground up. And that was really cool. And, when I first got there, Jesse LeBlanc had this book, and it was all about, the Sex Pistols, and the first thing that he said was just like, I could care less about that Sid and Nancy bullshit. And that was when I was like, I fucking love it here. This is my fucking favorite place. This is the best place I've ever worked. I came from a corporate environment before that. These guys had hard opinions about punk rock, and I thought that was fucking really cool. So, I worked there for a couple years with him, and, he was a quiet guy, but he had really deep shit to say. And then he got sick, and we didn't think it was anything serious. Like, we just thought that it was like, he had the flu for a couple days. But, he took like a significant amount of time off work. So I got everybody to hustle in some money. And, I just went and I got him some weed, and we got him like a couple beers, and just like, rented a couple movies from Spin It, got him some flavored papers, just like, kid shit, but like it was a nice sentiment. And then I got a call one morning, and it was that he had passed away. So obviously I came up there, and we didn't get any word back from him. Like, after he got the part, I literally just left it on his door, and that was that. So when I got there, I went upstairs to where his apartment was, which was right on top of Galactus. That's where the first Clothes House was. And there was just a note on the door, and it said, "Thank you." And I cried like everybody else did. And then about a month after that, they had like a rock and roll send-off for him. So, and that was a fucking dope-ass show. Like, I mean, I have like about 3 shows in my mind that like stick out. One of them was Guar, right before Odorous died. And one of them was this one. And the reason being is that so many people resonated with that like bands came out of retirement. Like Syntax Era came out of retirement. Bad Luck 13 came out of retirement. Purple Night did a beautiful eulogy for that show. The Robins played an amazing set that night. Jesse got up with Idée du Nord, did some fucking speed with I fucked that. Anyway.
One of them.
He went up and he played bass with them, and like, just everybody, it meant so much to them. And I just remember thinking, like, we should all be so lucky that when we pass away, something like that happens for us. And, he was a staunch atheist, fucking heathen. And, it was just one of those scenarios where, like, how do you give a guy with a hard life who, didn't believe in an afterlife, how do you fucking name a punk scene after him? And, we all carry that out, and, like, whatever you guys put into this is, like, you're honoring his name when you do that. And the bands that start, they honor that name when they do it. And, like, for a guy, like, there are a ton of fucking older punks like that who have had that kind of life, and you're really doing something, I guess all I got, to Claude. That's basically it. Cheers. And give it up for Small Package too, because I've been enjoying the shit out of that.
What a wonderful guy. We've only got 2 more songs. And then it's on to the real entertainment.
Then the real bands play.